Hello, everybody, and what do? Here, your boy is back. Yeah, man, it's been a while, man. I was in the Smash groove. Then I decided like take a little break from Smash a bit to take care of myself. Now your boy's good. So I haven't been keeping up with what's been going on with the Peach and Daisy players. Are there any new upcoming Peach and Daisy players? What people are doing? Like I don't really keep up with that. But today we are going to look at MuteAce versus Yaura. I don't know if I said that name right. Peach versus Dark Samus. Now I know Peach Daisy players against Samus, Dark Samus, same thing. They don't like this matchup. They find it very annoying. They struggle. They think it's crap. Like I hear it a lot. So while looking for matches to analyze, I ran into this one, and I thought, this will be very good. And let's see how MuteAce does it. So, yes, without further ado, let's get into it. So let's see what went down up in here. Okay, so MuteAce is taking his time. Then he got the hit. Combo time. Double bear. Nice. Caught the tether. Okay, good pressure. All right. Yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Beautiful. All right, so one thing I want to point out that's good. In this matchup, you see the ring that MuteAce is at? This is where you want to be. Because a lot of times, Samus likes to jump off the ledge in fair. So it's good to expect that. Be at a safe distance. And even if Samus doesn't do that, right? They're still near the corner when they get up. If they decide to get up. You can still pressure them and whatever, you're safe. They can't do too much. Because if they make the wrong move, they're going right back off the stage. And if they try to jump, where MuteAce is, like under this platform, you can cover jump options, especially you got a turnip in your hand. You can toss the turnip upwards once they get close. Not while they're all the way up there, because when you toss the turnip, they can react to it. So when they start falling, they get close enough, you can probably toss the turnip, or act like you're gonna toss it, and then don't. And most cases, they think you're gonna toss it as they get close to you while landing, so they might like air dodge or something, and you can just hold turnip in your hand and go for like a ground floor up there. But either way, this is the distance where you want to be. And if they decide not to do that, every now and then you could get a bit closer and pressure them, probably like back air pressure, some stuff like that. But usually, this to seek out for a fair. So this is good position where MuteAce is. And yeah, for those that don't know, another good thing to point out right quick before we move on. Peach and Daisy Bear, it cancels out a neutral B that's not like fully charged. Yeah, it cancels that out, and it cancels out her side B. The bear cancels it out. So if they're throwing like a barrage of projectiles at you, you can bear it. Fully charged, you're not beating that. You're gonna take the hit. So that way you don't have to be in the air and they're trying to float and come down with an aggressive approach, and then the Samus can see that and probably fair you, depending on the position, up air you or there. So yeah, that's food for thought. Okay. Nice. There's one thing I'm gonna say, like with the turnip tosses up in the air, it's good. It's okay that he's doing it, but you can see it's very inconsistent, and you're basically trying to two-frame with that, and also the opponent can stall if they see the turnip coming down, so you're not really gonna get much. So usually what you want to do is just hold the turnip in your hand, right? And I believe you can see my mouse. Yeah, you can see it. So you hold the turnip in your hand, And see, my mouse is like over Peach's head in case you lose track of it. So I move my mouse towards under the platform here. So yeah, having a turnip and standing around here is good. So again, if they jump, the turnip can cover the air. You cover the ground with ground floor up air. Either you hit them with a ground floor up air, or they try to air dodge it with this frame trap and you get a punish. Or they stay near the ledge. Sometimes you don't even have to toss the turnip up right away. They just get up, and then you have a turnip right here, and they're there. So depending on what the player does, you can punish them from a distance because you have a turn up and then just follow up after that. So yeah, tossing the turn up like this at times, it's too inconsistent. He got it the second time. He followed up after, but still, it's too inconsistent. So I'd rather just hold it. But every now and then, I'm not saying don't ever try. Every now and then you can, but for consistency, it's better doing what I just explained. Okay. Caught him sleeping on shield. Alright. Okay, good. Oh, he done goofed. Alright. He got shook. The classic jab to pivot grab. You love to see it. Oh, do you guys? I don't know. I know it's been a thing for so long. Okay. Okay, good spacing and pressure by the Samus. Trying to bring this back. Alright. Yep, that's a punish. Double jab, definitely safe on shield. Oh, he tried to go for a turnip combo, but that bomb denied him. Alright. Something I want to point out right quick. I don't like when PG players do this and then just burn they jump, and at times they burn they float. Because in this situation, in this case with Dark Samus, all he has to do is just wait for Peach to land. Wait for an air dodge or an attack, and just be around her landing zone. And if she does any of those things, it's a free punish, and he could die for that. Which, he had the right idea. In this case, he probably should have up aired, but I guess he misjudged his distance. But see, MuteAce air dodge. And that's what I was saying. Like, if you just wait and stuff like this happen, you can get a punish. So in this case, it would have been better off if the Dark Samus up aired. But that's why I always say landing on top of people is bad. Because the opponent just waits, especially at this percent, you're gonna die. Like you're that's it is game over. But a lot of people they don't do that, and they're forced their way down. And I guess the opponent, they're just not good at punishing it. Because this has been a thing for a while. Like I've always said that it's not good to do that as Peach and Daisy. And it seems like players are still doing it because their opponent, they just suck at punishing it. Which is really not that hard. It really isn't. I think here, what he could have done, at least he could have went for a ground floor up there. Because he ain't reaching nobody up there. But to give him the benefit of the doubt, because this does look backwards as hell, he probably meant to do a ground floor up air. Why am I saying up air? I am so sorry. Ground float there. I don't know why I'm saying up air. Yeah, he probably meant to do a ground float there to try to catch Dark Samus. Because other than that, this up air did nothing. It does nothing. Okay, nice. Okay. Also, guys, I'm just gonna point this out like one time. That I've mentioned this many times before. So at this range, if you're floating towards the opponent with a dare, if you're trying to go towards them with a fair, the opponent can react to that. Like in this case, Peach is no threat to this guy. He's not. Because he can either wait for Peach to touch the ground if she decides to float, or wait for Peach to come at him, and then the moment he sees that, she's just gonna get hit. Like I tell people all the time, like, do not. This is not threatening. The opponent can punish you. In this case with ZSS, Dark Samus. Man, I'm gonna just say Samus in general. I'm so sorry, guys. Like your boy has been. Bleh. But yeah, in this case with Samus, jump up, neutral B, or if you want to be a bit safer, though you don't get that much damage. Zaire. But the most common thing would probably be, you know, running fair, aerial fair. Then he caught him on the landing. Cause see, that's why it's bad. He was in the moment he did this, he put him in a crash spot. Because if he decides to float towards him, and he sees that he can shield and then up be out of shield, or if he wants to land and do this, he sees that Peach is going for fair, ain't hitting nothing, take a charge shot to the face. He seems like he had a feeling he would jump, and yep, see. Let's see, players still do this, coming down with fair. Let me mention one thing about this move right quick. Fair is 16 frames. 16. And when it's 16, the hitbox is like mostly on top of the character. When the hitbox is in front of you, where you can hit someone directly in front of you, is on frame 18. So theoretically, here, MuteAce is trying to hit Samus with a frame 18 move coming from deep, which Samus can react to. And either he gets blasted or something else I want to explain. Either he gets blasted or, you know, that happens. But something else I want to explain right quick, and I'm not going to bring it up again because I don't want to make the video too long. This. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. What MuteAce is doing, I hate it. When I see other Peach and Dating players doing it, I hate it. I hate it. I hate this. And here's why. MuteAce is all the way up there, burning a resource. All the Samus has to do is literally stay around his landing zone. He has no need to go up there. After his float is gone, MuteAce has to come down. Now, when he comes down, if he tries to land near Samus, it's either an air dodge or an attack. If Samus stays in the right spot to avoid an attack, it's a free punish. Even if he's at a spot to avoid an attack where he doesn't have to block, you know, microspacing, if MuteAce comes down with an air dodge, it's a punish. All the player has to do is just not move. I mean, not go up there. That's why I just don't go up there. But what pisses me off even more about what MuteAce is doing is this. He decides to go up there and fair. Which, if anything, I don't know why he didn't up air. But either way, this is why Peach and Dating players do this. This is exactly why they had this bad habit of doing this. Because now, he's dead. He literally just died. When he could have waited for MuteAce to just fall and just stay around his landing zone. If MuteAce doesn't attack, just be out of the range of the attack and... Excuse me, I can't talk. Be out of range of the attack and just punish him. If he air dodges, that's a punish. And players, they they hope for like stuff like this to happen. And look, it just happened. That's why these players do this. If the Samus was to wait, MuteAce would, I don't know, he probably wouldn't have died, but the Samus would still be alive. I said, should not make this video too long or anything. We're going to keep it going. If the same situation happens again, look, see, wait, there was something else. So he got hit, right? Because he came down with a dare. And then he mashes. This is another thing. There's another thing that I see a lot. That players, they will mash out of hit stun. And particularly with Peach and Daisy, they will dare out of hit stun. Now in the Ditto, I look for this and I just punish them for free. Because I don't know, a lot of people, they're afraid to stay in tumble when you can do anything, literally anything out of tumble. I'm pretty sure every option, jump, air dodge, whatever, you can do it out of tumble. And a lot of players, they're afraid to stay in tumble, just pull away. They think they have to get out of hit stun for whatever reason. No, but since I see that a lot, the moment I see a Peach and Daisy player do it, I'm literally just gonna wait for it and then hit him. And that's exactly what this Samus did. I see it too much. So around these percents where they don't fly as far, in this case, see, he gets a hit. Like in the Ditto, that I see that she getting fared off stage again. Like I'm literally gonna fair the Peach and Daisy play in the Ditto. Or, you know, maybe turn toss, you know, whatever the situation is. But it's a free punish. Yep. Just wait. He was in a perfect spot too. But that was a hard read because he immediately did that fair. Like he knew he was gonna jump off the ledge. Either he knew or he just made a guess. But either way, he messed up the punish there. Also, why doesn't he ground flow up air? I don't know. Unless that was a tech error. And see? Last time I bring this up. See, ranges like this. He tried to come down with fair. I saw him do a fair. Whether he fair, dared. Said those range people can react to it. Like, it's not good. Okay. He figured that he would jump, caught him, full through the bear. Nice. Okay, there we go. There we go. Stay at that range. Nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, see, he needs to be careful with that fair, man. Gotta be careful. Though in this case, it's not that bad that he went for it, because if he hits Samus, probably dead. And if he gets hit or he misses, it's whatever. Okay, he was like at 30% when that happened. So the risk reward wasn't his favor. Yeah, see, he's on the air a bit too much. You're trying to land on top of Samus? You trying to get up B / up aired? Gotta be careful, boy. And look, there you go. Oh, he's not dead though. Okay. Oh, I would have nared instead of going for that grab. I think nair would have hit. Okay, good pressure. Yeah, damn, he was literally on him. But like the panic jazz came out. Like I gotta get Peach off me. Oh, I wouldn't have jumped towards him like that. It could have been bad. But either way, he's doing good. Careful. You gotta be careful with that shield, man. Yeah, he was doing a bit too much. It seemed. He tried to fake him out. And then the thing is, when he ran towards him, I don't think he wasn't doing anything. Yep. Nothing. He just ran towards a point blank like that. He didn't do anything. Okay. Oh, there we go. Next match. You see? Again, I mentioned it earlier why that's bad. And again, if Samus would have just waited for him to land. I hate seeing this habit from Peach players because it's bad and it puts them at risk. They're burning resources, whatever. And then I hate it even more when they get away with it, when the opponent all they have to do is just wait. And then this habit is just not going to go away. And then when they fight someone that's literally going to wait for them, they're just going to take a lot of damage. And the chances that they have to win the match, they're just throwing it away. And it could cost them games, sets, tournament-winning matches. I've seen it a lot. That's why I hate it. And then also the fact that top players are doing this, people who want to get on their level, in this case with MuteAce, they're going to see that and mimic that. And not realize that is bad. Because ain't nobody talking about it. So see, that's who you got your boy here for. People need to get punished a lot more for doing stuff like that with Peach and Daisy. To a point where they stop. Because they putting themselves in danger. And I just think people ain't getting punished enough. Which is not that hard. Literally just wait. Which I think he did it here. You see how MuteAce does that, and then he sees that, and then now it wasn't the exact way that I was talking about, but still, because of the dare, right? Yeah, that they're coming down with their. I said, you get the idea, and look what it led to, because he got hit out of the recovery. As earlier when I mentioned, I just wait for stuff like that, and when I'm doing the ditto, and I just hit them for free. Now I'm pretty sure you guys get the idea right now. So if that situation happens again, I'm not gonna say it. You just know, yeah, this is bad, and you see why it's bad. He burning a resource, and also this was good. Though I hate that he's going up there, which again he should stay on the ground. But see, it's another option. But either way, Dark Samus should stay on the ground. Let MuteAce do stuff, stay around his landing zone. If he air dodges or attacks, it's a free punish for Dark Samus. So I really do think Peach and Daisy players, when they do stuff like this, they're not getting punished hard enough, and they need to, because they're throwing away their games, man. They're throwing away their games, or they're just giving the opponent a chance to gain control and possibly lose the game / set. That's why I hate seeing it. I hate it when, again, I hate it when Peach and Daisy players do it, and I hate when they get away with it, because their opponent is just not being patient. Because later on, when they fight someone that does exactly what I'm talking about, just wait for them to land, they're going to be getting tossed across the map and probably losing stocks early. And then when they're forced to switch up and not do that, it's going to be hard for them to do it because it's a habit. I think I would have waited a bit more in that situation, but either way, get off the stage. Let me see something. I think here I probably would have tossed a missile or a charge shot, because again, there's no reason for MuteAce to be doing that. People just always want to. In this case, with Peach and Daisy, they want to match out a hit stuff with there. Like in this case, Zerasu Samus could have Samus, Dark Samus, whatever. You get the idea. They could have missiled or charge shot and hit her. I said, don't get it twisted. I obviously I want MuteAce to win. I want our boy to win. But at the same time, man, it's like doing stuff like this. I honestly don't want to see him get away with that. Like stuff like this, risky plays and whatnot, he should be getting punished for it. So that's why people can learn that this is not safe to do. Don't do it. Cause it'll cost you games. Yes. Okay. Ooh, fake though. Not gonna lie, that is a tough situation. He's in the corner, so yeah, that little mix-up he did, the Dark Samus, it's tough. Yo, he could have up B'd. If this up air is hitting, and up air is frame 10 from behind the character, yo, Samus should be dead. I'm surprised he didn't up B. See, now he give him another shot. This match gonna be over. Uh-oh. See? You can't be giving your opponent opportunities, man. You gotta finish the job. And don't put yourself in danger. See, wait, man! Oh. Nah, he got the... Still, like... Dude. This is bad, what MuteAce is doing. Literally wait for him to come down. He's either gonna attack or air dodge, or in this case, he still has his jump. And look, he does this, and then MuteAce lands for free. And he could have possibly lost that. But technically, he should have lost, because MuteAce did an up B instead of up air. Like, he should have up B instead of up air, so he should have lost. But I said, this is why players have these habits, man. Because the opponents don't wait. They think they have to go up there and hit Peach. Like, you don't. Like, once she burns all her resources, she has to land, she's screwed. He was a bit too close. He had the right idea to try to call out that fair, but he was a bit too close. All right, now oh, there. But yeah, he started to clean up now. Okay. Combos. Ah, he messed up. Or maybe he did mean to do that, but Samus, those type of combos, I think, is a bit tricky. He probably should have did it, turn it forward instead of tossing it down. Should have go for like down toss or down tilt. Here's a tip that I don't think I mentioned in the video. So here's a tip, right? When somebody's off the stage, whether... Where's my mouse? Okay. So when somebody's off the stage, my mouse is on Zerasu Samus, for those that lose track of it. Somebody's off the stage, whether they're here, or my mouse is where the turnip is, whether they're at this height, or below the stage. Either way, as they're getting close, they usually expect you to do something aggressive. So while they're getting close, do not do anything aggressive. They're expecting that. It's a mental thing. Most likely, 9 out of 10 times, they expect for you to do something aggressive. So they're gonna do something about it, whether attack or air dodge. So in this case, air dodges. Okay. Now MuteAce does still have control, but either way, you know, it's got nothing out of it. People are gonna move. So especially when somebody's off the stage, like my mouse is on Dark Samus. When they're over here and they're getting close, they think you do something aggressive, so they'll probably air dodge or attack. And then once they do that, if you have a turnip in your hand, you can probably snipe them, or just go out there and finish them off, you know, whatever. But yeah, don't always try to hit them as they're getting close to the stage, because that's what they usually expect, and they're gonna do something. So in this case, air dodge. Like, don't. You can act like you're gonna go out there and hit them, and then pull back. Basically, fake the edge guard / fake the assault, and then you bait them to do something, and then depending on what it is and your positioning, whether you got a turnip in your hand or not, whatever, you can go out there and then hit them, and possibly kill them, edge guard, you know, whatever. But yeah, as the opponent is always coming towards the stage, wait, don't do anything. See what they do first, and then respond to that. Respond to whatever it is they did, in fear of you hitting them. And you guys already know why this is bad. Yep. And if Samus would have stood on the ground and wait for Peach to land, he probably could have got him. But yeah, you guys get the idea by now. This right here, this aggression, this thing of always wanted to come down swinging, whether it was there and fair. And if he would have, again, see, he would have just waited. Exactly what I was just talking about. Go near the character. They think you're gonna do something. I think he air dodged, right? Or no, he evaded. But either way, now look, he's off the stage and he gets back onto the stage for free. He's too close to the ledge to try to get him. See, floating like that. I mean, he landed, but still bad because he got shield poked, I think. But yeah, just. Oof. He did not get mixed by that. Okay, nice turn around down tilt. Got the up air. All right. Okay, we're looking good here. One more. Oh, nice. Nice, beautiful. That was a beautiful sequence of just all that damage. 64. See, as I just told you, when one person gets close to another as they're landing, they tend to like air dodge and all that. If he would have just waited for MuteAce's air dodge, he would have got the hit. See, in this game, a lot of people, they're just impatient. Honestly, a lot of people, they're just impatient, man. They think they have to like go out there, get that kill, make these crazy plays, and like, no, you're trying to win. Your job is to win. Your job is not like to impress and get a Twitch, YouTube clip and whatever to show it off to everyone. Ain't nobody gonna care about that if you getting your butt whooped and you lose. Ain't nobody gonna care. He's like, oh, that's that one guy that did that got that crazy kill. He went 0-2 in tournament, by the way. But yo, what he did was hot. That was hot though. Okay. So by this point of the match, or this point in the game, I went through a lot of what I don't like, what I hate seeing MuteAce and Peach and Daisy players in general doing. And I brought it out. You know, we covered a lot here. So when I do these analysis, I'm trying my best not to like repeat myself too much and just pause it. Cause I think I mentioned it once or twice. You know, you guys are smart. Like, okay, yep, we get it. Like, all right, cool. Then we just keep it moving. Okay. He needs to be careful going in the air like that, especially like at this range here. Like here, I'm not saying don't ever do it, but at the time, I feel like you're doing it a bit too much. I would be careful because you can get zared, fared. But either way, it's not too bad. But just keep in mind that Samus has options for that. You can get zared. They could probably run up and fair. Or if the team's going to pull away, they don't want to play against the game, the safest option is either there or just toss a missile at you. Or just an uncharged quick neutral B. See, he caught him because see, he likes to jump a lot. So like, all right, I'm just gonna run up there and up there. And the thing is, the way these matches have been going, and from what I see from the Dark Samus, I feel like MuteAce could win. The reason he's struggling is because all the stuff that I mentioned. It's just the common habits and things that Peach and Daisy players like to do. Like even again, this is a top player who's watching it and he's doing it. Also, even if like it's not habits itself and he's just doing things where he's not getting anything done or he doesn't get a hit. This thing's he could be doing it like in a better way, like for what I said earlier, when somebody is landing or trying to recover, just wait for a reaction, wait for like an air dodge, something. Like here, he should be saving his turnips a bit, like right about here. Like I wouldn't toss it just yet. Actually, I mean, it depends. But usually in this situation, when somebody's off the stage, I wait for something first before tossing turnip. He gets grabbed. And we already know why this is bad. And he didn't wait, so that's why he got hit. Yep, you already know. Look, see. Oh, I was just talking about that earlier. Like a missile. Though MuteAce could have done something about it. He probably could have nared. Yeah, you can nair a missile. But either way, see, you can do freaking stuff like this. So you could just go in there. Which I'm surprised that Samus is not doing a lot when MuteAce is doing that. It's a free hit. But, whatever. And go to up air. One thing I noticed about MuteAce in this match, he doesn't ground flow up air a lot. He's always trying to jump. Like right here. Okay, that was good because he jumped and landed to bait something. That's good. That's good. But he doesn't have a jump now. Now he's trying to go up there when he can just stand under the platform and like up air. And look, Samus air dodges and he gets nothing out of it. Like I don't know why. Like I know Peach and Daisy play. They love the ground flow up airs to like, I don't know, run up and catch an anti-air when somebody tries to jump at them. But in situations like this, why? Like what's going on? Why don't you ground flow up there? Ooh, beautiful, nice. Okay, see, like MuteAce got some mileage going on here. Oof. That was on dome. Yep, pick up the turn at the wrong time. Yo, he is fighting. Yeah, yo, okay. I was gonna say MuteAce have been a little too aggro. Like he doesn't have to do a lot here. But alright, got it. Final game. Alright. You should be careful with those dares, man. They're like all these dares. Again, I would just wait. He keeps trying to chase. Like I said, we talked about it. Should be waiting. Yeah, I just hate seeing stuff like this, man. I hate seeing stuff like this from both sides. Like MuteAce doing that when it's not safe, and the Dark Samus not waiting for MuteAce to land. He has to come down. I said a lot of people they don't have patience. Like they really don't have patience. Like see all that? I said earlier, that's why these Peach and Daisy players have these habits, man. Cause there's nonsense. Cause the opponent they just don't want to wait. It's bad. But then when they run to the person that literally they'll wait, player they gonna have trouble. MuteAce, he gonna be struggling way more than he needs to be. Now, he kind of struggling right now. Struggling way more than he needs to be, man. He needs to start trying to land on top of people. He needs to stop burning his resources. Like he needs to be more calm and not put himself in danger a lot. See, all this here, I feel like this is unnecessary. He's too close. Doing all this jumping stuff, it's unnecessary. He's too close. He could have just stood under the platform. And doing all this stuff, he got blasted. And now Samus is on the stage for free. Oof. I'm surprised Samus didn't get that. Yeah, he doing too much. He's really trying to stay on him. And I can kind of see the frustration on MuteAce's face too. Like, look at this. He's just taking his time. See. Yeah, see? You see that? MuteAce probably would have died if freaking just chill out, man. Oh, God. But either way. That was a cool combo. Okay. He tossed on the turn too early. There you go. This. Oh, well, he barely managed to grab the ledge. See, you want to be in the air? See, he came down with there. See, look. This is why this is bad. Look at the example. Look. Another reason why this is bad. So he up airs. And as I said earlier, Peach and Daisy players, they just want to mash out of hit stun to up air. So he does it. I mean, not up it to there. And then gets hit. And then, does he do it again? Yup, I would have waited. I would have stood right there on the platform. MuteAce does that again, I would have up-aired him again. You see? There you go. That's the match. All right, so I shared my thoughts on this whole set. Overall, MuteAce, he could have won, but all the stuff that I mentioned that MuteAce is doing, I said it's just it's a common thing. All the stuff that I pointed out, it's a common thing, and I truly feel like nobody is talking about this enough. If Peach and Daisy players get lessons from others, ain't nobody really like mentioning it. And if they are, cool. But I feel like it's just not getting out there enough that people they keep doing this type of stuff. And then for their opponents are just too aggressive. They don't wait. So that's why these Peach and Daisy players get away with it. But as I said, when they fight someone who waits, because they know when Peach is floating like that and tossing out these moves, they don't have to do anything. The character has to come down. So you stay around their landing zone. And if they air dodge or do an attack, you wait, be out of range, and then punish accordingly. That's it. It's really, really not that hard. But a lot of players, again, they just don't want to wait. They don't want to wait. And it upsets me because all this cost MuteAce the game. He, in this situation, he could still be in winners. But now he's in losers. Where if he would have did the opposite of everything that I said is bad, he'd be alright. He probably would have won. Like the way that match went and the way this Samus is playing, MuteAce, he could have won. I'm not crapping on Samus. I'm not saying Samus is bad, but I'm just saying from what I saw, MuteAce, he had a decent chance of beating this guy. But because of all this, But yeah, man, that's it for this analysis. I know it's a long one, but I feel like this one is probably one of the most important analysis I've ever made. There's a lot of info and stuff that people need to know. And yeah, I haven't been watching what's been going on in tournaments, but apparently for what I see here, unless MuteAce was just tilted and he wasn't thinking, I don't know. But for what I've seen here, it's like players, they still just have the same habits that I've been talking about for years. You know, all forceful approaches, always wanting to dare come down, landing on top of people, and but all right. So hopefully this was insightful for everyone. Hope you guys learned something. I will do another analysis. We're gonna look at my Daisy brother from another mother, Umeki. See what he's been doing. What he's been doing out there on the East. So thank you all for watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers that I might have gotten through this, as well as my veteran subscribers, always supporting the channel and everything. Appreciate it very, very much. And I will see you next time, okay? All right, bye bye.